This is an attempt to set up a small solar array in 1 hour or less. All right, so this is the stand we've thought of for this really quick and dirty solar setup. And basically this is an old trampoline I had. And a solar panel will just lean against it. All right, so the quick stand seems like it's pretty effective. Okay, the panel's all set up, and we may play with the angle a little bit more, but our chosen wire for bringing the power back to the grid tie inverter in the house is this extension cord. All right, we've run the wire kind of behind everything, and it comes out up here to our 2 clips. Again, our goal here is a super fast solar install. Dim. Okay, so we got 32 volts, no amps, because we're not drawing any power with it. So this is gonna probably live in here on this shelf somewhere where I'll have the grid tie inverter. So here's our final connection. We have our panel into our meter. This is gonna go to our grid tie inverter. The grid tie inverter is a really key component in this system that allows us to use solar energy without having a battery bank, which will then go to the house power. So this is kind of a big moment. We're hooking up solar power. The first time ever at this house. Okay, power light came on. Now, AC output. We are gonna plug that into the house power. Okay. We're expecting some output. It has to phase match, it might take a while. There, it's going. So we're drawing 1 amp, 2 amps. We did drop. Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. All right, what happened?
Do you think it might be that thing? Maybe it's that thing burnt out. Maybe it's too much. How much is that one graded for?
Okay, so I'm guessing what happened was that this fuse probably blew. And take a look. Yep, that's a blown 3 amp fuse. Okay, so we need something a little beefier than that. Okay, so we were just talking about it. The panel's 250 watts at like 24 volts. So, you know, a 15 amp fuse would probably do it, but I'll cram in this 25. So, we're gonna try this again. Powering up. Drawing power. 1 amp, 2 amps, 3 amps, 4 amps. I think the fan just came on this unit. 5.4 amps, 25 volts. So that's the neat thing about this unit. We can just check how many watts. So we're 135 watts. All right. Now, that might seem a little low because our panel is supposed to be like 250 or 280. What we're going to do next is we're going to set something up to try and point the panel as perfectly at the sun as we can. Okay, so what we're making here is a little aimer. We actually had this on another project. And I'm going to glue it to this, and that'll sit on the back of the panel and allow us to really get our aim. We'll put this maybe off to this edge of the panel. So I'll get a little spot here cleaned off. So here's our aimer. We'll keep on tilting. See the dot there? Wow, it's much lower than we expected.
Yeah, it really is.
Good angle.
A little bit more. Great.
What we're hoping is that this little dot travels across this line horizontally. So now let's see if we've got any better output.
Not really.
140 watts, yeah.
It was pretty much 140 before.
Well, at least we know that it's not because of aim, and I think that's basically what that panel really puts out. So when we want to 5.5 amps, it's been going for a third of an hour, 25 volts. So if we want to increase output, we'll probably put a second panel in. So the project was a success. The panel is producing power that is going into the grid and offsetting the energy use at the house.